Hey, how you doing today? The problem with the blower is the stud over here for my muffler was stripped and you couldn't tighten it. It was a bad spot, and I guess just from trying to tighten it and not take the whole goddamn thing apart, you know. But anyway, the muffler fell off when I was using it the other day, and put this back together right so that I don't have to keep doing it. I got to put a heel coil over where this stud is, take this stud out. But to get to that, to be able to do a decent job on it, I'm going to have to remove the shroud and the impeller. I've already taken off, there's two pieces here. There's a grate where the air goes through, then there's another piece of the shroud, and that's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, half dozen half-inch nuts. Take off, that pops right off. Then there's a 5/8 nut that goes into threads in through here to the shaft of the motor. Okay, take that out. Then what you have here is you have a nut. I don't know if you can see it real good, but there's a nut welded on there. And that, what you got to do then is you got to take a 3/4 16 bolt and run it in there. And then grab your impact gun and turn it. And it works pretty well, but my bolt that I happen to have is just a little too shy. So I'm going to have to stack some washers on the inside here and then run it in again, and then this impeller should come right off. Using this one, this is about 1 inch long. You probably want about 1.5 inches, 1 3/4, 2 inch be nice. That way it just come right off and go right back on. So I didn't bother heating it. It moved pretty easily with just this. You may have to heat it. I did squirt a little weasel piss on there, but I'm going to find some washers that fit in the hole, because you don't want to screw the threads up on the inside by putting something weird in there. I'm just going to stack a couple washers up, run this back in, and this should pop right off. Alright, thanks a lot. Alright, now I got a nut in there. Hopefully this will turn it right off. And let's see. That pushed it off a lot, but it might come off by hand. I'll try pulling it off. If not, I'll stick another washer in there and a nut and see what happens. Alright, now I got that off. There's a long shaft. That's amazing. I guess I'm going to heat it up and try to press most of it I can back on by hand, and then put the bolt and drive it in after that. But okay, these are 1/2 inchers. You got to take these off, and then there's 4 down here that bolt to the frame, where you can loosen the motor and just slide the motor back. I'll probably do that. And again, there's 4. There's 1, 2, and there's 2 on the other side. So that's probably what I'll end up doing. I'll just take these 4 bolts out here, and then I'll take these 2 out here, and then the 2 on the other side, and I'll slide the motor back, and that'll give me access to work on this. Okay, thanks a lot for watching. Alright, it's been a couple minutes since I was on here, but what I've done is I've heel coiled the studs here. Okay, always make sure that you clean your threads on everything. Chase your threads with your tap and your dies on your bolts and on your holes. Clean out all the old Loctite and your shaft here. What I did is I went over it with some emery cloth just to brighten it up, my key, and I'll put a little bit of grease on there when I go to reassemble it, and I will heat the impeller to make it go on nice and easy. But and while I had it off, I figured I'd change the oil, and we should be good to go. Remember, Loctite everything, because this thing gets hot and it vibrates like crazy. But there it is. What is this? A Yeah, gx270 on the motor, 9 horse. Runs pretty good. Starts up nice easy pull. If it wasn't that I had to take the whole unit apart to get this back on, I'd be pretty set. So before I put this back together, I'll be putting the muffler on and tightening that and torquing down everything nice. I'm just giving it a little bit of love, cleaning it up a little bit before I put it back in the frame. Alright, everything's back together. And oh, I gotta put the spark plug back in. There's spark plug. Connect wire back on. And I'm not trying to start it, I'm just trying to show that the impeller turns and my exhaust is on. That was my main problem. And to set the impeller, what I did was I cleaned the shaft and the inside of the impeller there where it connects on the shaft with a little bit of emery paper. Then I coated the shaft with a little touch of grease. And I put it on. It sat about halfway on, and then I just tapped it on with a rubber mallet and ran the bolt back in, the center bolt. Torqued down to the proper spec, and she's going to run. Alright, there it is. Little wonder. That's how you take off the motor, separate it from the impeller. And the real fix was getting the studs to go back into the motor so that the exhaust would stay on. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, whatever you want to do, comment.